It's me. This pasty white boy in front of you. It's Reuben. I know, shocking. Welcome back to What the Fridge. It's been a long time coming, considering Season 2, Episode 1, and Season 1, Episode 12 are going to release almost exactly the same time. Yep. But that's fine. I'm hosting this season. I've taken it off Sam. Gentlemen, would you like to come sit around? They're laughing their asses off out there.
They're all happy What the Fridge is back.
Yeah.
Can you guys hurry up?
Yeah.
It's me, your original host, coming through with a very annoying chair.
We're
Hello.
I'm gonna move my seat over. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Move
I'm gonna
forward, move forward.
No. You move it back a bit. This will be in the bloopers section.
Love this coordination. No, this is just the podcast. This is
here we go.
This is the podcast.
This
now.
is how it is.
Yeah.
This is how we introduce
We've got
you.
Caleb
This
off
chair
camera.
is broken.
It is. Don't lean backwards. We've got some guests. We've got someone on the bed who I will not be naming. We've got these two mofos.
What's up? Oh, these two.
Yeah, these two. So, well, it's been a long time.
It has been. That's right.
Not to our audience though, because the
No,
final
no,
episode
for
of season
them it's
1 is
gonna
going to
be-
release at the same time.
For them, it's going to be maybe a week at most.
Yeah, I'm going to edit this one instead of you.
Yeah, that's right. Because I just
He has
don't edit it.
what's essentially called a skill issue when it comes to keeping time. How long was the longest time between episodes? I think it was like 6 months.
At 6 months. No,
Considering we
says
filmed,
No,
fans
so
have been
it could
waiting.
be
oh yeah,
from the last
we
one.
filmed episode 12
3 times.
November. It took us 3 times to do it. You'll
Yeah.
figure that out. But it took us. We filmed it in November, and this
Yeah.
is currently 28th of May.
Yeah.
So I just turned 28th 25 minutes ago because
Oh,
it's 12:25. We
Yeah.
are high as a kite, tired as hell.
We're not high.
We're not high as a kite.
I mean, what I mean is we're
We're just high
tired.
as a
We're on a
kite.
sugar
yeah.
high.
That's
if
not
anything.
how.
Do you guys
It's
want to come sit up
fine.
here?
Sugar
It's
doesn't make you
fine.
hyperactive.
You guys
It's
want
also
to
big.
move on to the bed?
What is that?
Move on
No
to the
mic
bed.
signing.
So
Bro,
the
this shit actually.
It's on.
we're filming this at my house.
That's right.
Which is kind of scuffed because we don't have much room here, but that's
yeah.
fine. The no mic sign is my mute button, so if I keep... And now they can hear me again. Hi, sorry about that. Sam is just... Curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah.
Well,
He's more in the middle of the frame than I am, which is a bit of a
Yeah,
pain.
so I'll move over a little
There
bit.
you go.
Yeah, how's that?
Okay, that's a bit more balanced.
Yeah,
so...
I like it, eh?
Introductions aside,
Yeah.
let's just get right into
I'll
it.
move the mic.
Let's
Yeah.
get crack-a-lack.
Considering
Yeah.
I'm hosting this season, I guess I'd better start, right?
You better, eh?
Yeah.
You're not used to this.
No. Liam poking his head out. What's up, man? My topic, advertising, and how advertising has fallen off quite significantly. So you look at it has, right? You
You're
look
no,
at
you're right,
you
you're
look
right.
at like
so
2010
much
ads,
worse.
right?
Yeah.
They're hilarious. They convey messages whilst
Yeah.
being like absolute comedy.
That's
And then you
true.
look at modern ads, like the freaking road toll ad, where
So
it's like,
bad.
I can't be bothered. Like, it actively
It's literally
makes me
just a
want to
video of
skip
some-
it.
Yeah.
It's just a video of someone's daughter dying.
Yes.
That's literally all it is.
And then you look at some like older 2010s ad, and it's like this. We watched one in ethics not ethics, sorry. I can't remember what the class was.
Business.
I did. In business. We're
Some
in uni
business
now.
rubbish.
Yeah, some useless uni nonsense. We watched an ad about drunk driving, and I think it was produced probably around 2010, and it conveys a more interesting message, and still makes it funny. And it's like, I actually want to sit here and watch these because they're funny. Whereas modern advertising is like, your daughter's gonna die. Your daughter's gonna die if you speed, my guy.
That's very loud. That's gonna suck.
It's fine. I'll just
We'll
it's
turn it
ASMR.
down in post.
You're gonna have
Anyway,
to
no,
cut that
honestly,
We'll just get it.
for me personally, I reckon the best ads are ones from like the 1950s. Like 1950s ads for Coca-Cola.
Oh,
What, the
yeah,
ones
that's-
with actual cocaine?
That's a bit
I know
too
that's a
vintage
bit
for
far.
that.
Bro, Joe Rogan says they didn't even remove the cocaine.
Just-
It's an active ingredient, and they still use the rest.
They still
of it.
just got the rest of the recipe.
No, they
Caleb,
don't.
do you want to join frame for a second? So that you probably want to hide
No,
your
I'm
face.
good.
Yeah, he's good.
No, he's got an ugly new haircut. He doesn't want to.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's never been on camera. It's fine. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's the other thing is we've decided rather than revealing in someone's face at the end of the season, I just said, screw it. I'm putting my face at the top of the season because why the hell not?
I mean,
Because this is what we want our face to be.
Pale white
Face
man.
of our podcast is
Classic white
this man
face.
right here.
Yeah.
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 I have
Why
been
wouldn't
told a few times actually that I'm a risk to pilots because I might give them sunstrike. I feel like I've told this story before.
I told him that.
You've told
Yeah.
it so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
never
but it's still funny to think about that I
Yeah.
am that wide. I also have no muscle.
Yeah.
Like other people, that's the other.
A strong breeze
It's a
would blow
game
him
of
away.
life. It's a game of life.
Like it's going on the topic of advertisements. You remember those Up and Go ads where they just drink Up and Go and the muscles just like, whoop? Or my one,
Yeah.
whenever I drink Up and Go, it does the opposite. It just starts drooping. Just, ooh.
Bro, the Up and Go ad now, and it's literally just two people sitting in the car talking
Yeah.
about how much protein's in the Up and Go.
yeah.
It's
So
like-
I saw it 3 minutes straight.
It's like
it's terrible.
so
it's
bad.
essentially just an Up and Go circle jerk at that point.
You see, the thing, some of the worst ads I've ever seen is where they'll just show the product, right? And then they'll do something that's so out of pocket, it just makes no sense.
Oh,
Yeah,
they've-
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I
Or
think
the ones
we
where
talked.
the ad starts and you can't tell what the product is.
The woke
At
ads.
all.
It's just
Yeah.
essentially the
Yeah.
woke
Yeah.
ads.
Yeah.
Modern
Yeah.
woke ads where it's like something completely unrelated. It's
Yeah.
like Dove. It's like, have you seen that video game Dove one?
Yeah.
Where they're, it's
Yeah.
like, we want more fat woman representation in games. From Dove, of all companies,
Yeah.
a brand who sells
Beauty products.
Yeah.
soap and
Yeah.
beauty products.
Yes. I think the ad I was referring to just before was, I think we've all seen it and we were talking about it briefly just before, was I think it's for like 5 Gum or Eclipse or something like that.
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah.
That one
just-
that we just saw.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's the one. It's one where there's
Just
there's
like-
2 women in a car.
Oh,
no, that's the
it is,
Eclipse
it
one.
is.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
bro,
Eclipse
that
ones,
ad.
yeah.
one.
So
That's
they're
actually
just
funny.
changing. So they're changing like the radio, right? Or they're changing. Go flipping through the music, right?
Oh, dude.
And then they just pull out Eclipse mints, right? And then they're just going for a kiss at the end for no reason.
So to summary, Eclipse mints make you gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
So,
we
like,
need
what-
to pull a Matt Walsh style ball.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like just out of pocket, out of
Yeah,
pocket,
it's
just
so out of
nowhere. It's just
pocket.
like no. The first time I watched the ad, I was like, they're gonna kiss,
Yeah.
and guess
Yeah.
what happened?
They kiss.
They did.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, for no reason.
Right, they
I'm
didn't
putting
hold
these
back.
back down because
Yeah.
I can't be bothered
Like what
operating
was
without
like
armrests.
if they're changing the music, right? 'Cause, I mean, you do that, right?
you do
but
that.
why is it in an ad for breath mints?
Because
And
the nicer your breath smells, the better your tasting
Yeah.
music.
There's a
Yeah,
Catman.
exactly.
There's
Well-
a Catman ad that has 2 girls.
is that right?
Way to
Is it out of pocket?
No, yeah.
way to
Catman-
advertise to their audience, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
it probably
yeah.
is.
It's
Probably a
all
bunch of
clothes
like
and it's just
lesbians.
two
right?
girls.
Catmandu's audience is all straight white guys who go on hikes
Yeah,
alone.
pretty much.
Straight men
So
and
you-
women. Like
Except for those.
my parents are big Kathmandu customers.
Yeah.
What?
Doesn't buy from T7.
No.
No, and Torpedo 7
Bro,
suck.
we just spent over.
Maybe I shouldn't send this.
We
to
got
my
the
mum.
old staff voucher for Kathmandu and we saved over 1.2 grand
Far.
Yeah.
with the staff voucher.
Yeah.
We ended up paying like 900 all up. We just
That's
get a
good.
good
I mean-
staff voucher, we just buy everything.
Torpedo
Kathmandu's
7's
like a family.
Torpedo
brand.
7's more like camping. It's not really like outdoorsy.
Yeah, the
as
thing
in
with
the same
Torpedo
as-
7,
Bro,
right,
camping
is
is outdoors.
No, but
Yeah.
I mean like Kathmandu and what's the other one? Kathmandu.
Torpedo
Backpack.
7.
Macpac.
Backpack.
They tend to sell things like sleeping bags or puffer
That
jackets
you
or
all
raincoats.
use for camping.
But T7 is more focused around like just like.
Tents. Like,
Tents,
they're, like
bikes,
their
kayaks.
tents, like they're
Yeah.
bigger tents.
Yeah.
So
Whereas-
T7 is
That's
T7
for
is
base
more around.
camping. Your
Yeah.
base camping gear.
T7 is
And the
more
others-
around like vehicles and structures,
Yeah.
whereas the other ones are more around like backpacks and you.
Yeah.
and
See, I
clothing
think
and
Because
other
like
utilities.
Torpedo 7, back to I'm just gonna link this back to advertising. They advertise like their big like summer camping where they go and you sit up in a paddock like near a beach. They got
I
their
do
big
that. It's
tents
fun.
where you bring your car in.
doesn't.
Whereas
That's right. Link that back to an old episode. He doesn't
Yeah,
like going
we
camping.
discussed our
Right.
my grievances and his sort
Camping,
of weird
camping is
satisfaction,
I'm
fun.
taking you camping at some
weird
point.
thing with camping. We discussed that in an old episode. Go watch it.
We're taking you
Yeah.
camping. We will take you next year to Easter Camp. We genuinely were.
I'll take you next
And
But
weekend.
to link this back, I went into Torpedo 7, right, when I needed a new bike. This was maybe... when did I get my new bike? Like 4 years
How
ago?
should we know?
Yeah,
Well,
a while
I don't know.
ago.
I'm just in case you remember, the
Do you
first
know?
time I came to school with a new bike.
None of you know.
It was
So
a
anyway,
long time ago.
I went
It was
into
like,
Torpedo 7 to buy one, right? And I didn't need anything fancy. I just needed like a basic
it was
hardtail
like year
bike
11.
that I could go into. Was it year 11?
Year
It was
11.
around
You
year
always
11.
remember.
Yeah.
Let's say it's you.
He's
anyway.
had the same helmet since like
Yeah, I have.
7 or 8,
It's
and it's the
smashed up.
goofiest looking
My
helmet.
It still
Because
fits.
it makes him look
Yeah.
like
It still
Mega
fits him,
Mind.
though.
Yeah, so bright blue. Yeah, I just look like.
You
Mega
might
Man,
remember
yeah.
it from an old episode where my profile picture was a low quality picture of him
Yeah,
on a
that's
bike
right.
with that
Yeah.
distinct blue helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will have
I
seen it
put
somewhere.
Reuben, put image of it here somewhere.
Yeah, do that right there.
Yeah,
Sorry, there.
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 It's in between us. Why were you pointing like that way?
I don't know.
It's so
because
it's
the camera's
reversing
reversed.
it. Yeah. It's reversing it.
Okay,
So anyway,
So-
so to finish my
yeah.
thought, so I went into Torpedo 7 about 4 or 5 years ago, whenever it was. I needed to buy a bike, right? And all Torpedo 7 had, because I needed just something basic like a hardtail that you could maybe go mountain biking with, right? And then, so I went in, and all they had was like, they had all like full suspension bikes, but like cheap as ones. Because the thing with Torpedo 7 is they only sell what the sort of upper middle class
T7
Asian and white people will buy, which is
T7
like kitted out mountain bikes. that
T7
no
is
one
actually
needs.
only like I know I work for the warehouse group, but like the only real people who can cheaply buy at T7 are warehouse group employees, because any product that T7 sells that's made by the warehouse group, not by another company, the discount is insane. Like I think we got a massive discount on
But
my
even
bike.
then, on the bikes thing, they don't sell a lot of like Torpedo 7 bikes. They just go like full. Like they used to sell a lot more hardtails, and this was probably around when you bought Sam. And now it's just like mostly the full suspension, $2,000 plus bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the ones with full
You've been
suspension
up-
and like one of the weird gearing, where it's like you'll have
Where there's only one.
yeah
sensor ring.
there's one gear at the front, and then
then
you've got
heaps
all
at
the
the
gears
back.
at the back, which
I mean,
it's
it's
really
not, it's not the end
that's
of the world.
that's a mountain bike. I
yeah,
think.
it's really annoying because my old bike, right, it had
Is it
had
road-
3
is-
front, 8 back.
Is it road
which
bikes
works
that
well.
have 3 in the front?
What's that?
Road bikes that have 3 in
The
the front. 'Cause you
reason-
can get
Yeah,
up
road
to
bikes
what
usually
speed?
have more in the front.
What
Yeah.
they ideally try to do is put like 2 in the front, because 3 often like that's where the gear changing
My-
is weird.
My
Yeah.
bike, I think it's either my current bike or my old bike. Instead of having 1, 2, or no, it was my old bike, because my current one has what rather than the twist, it has the clicks. What's
Oh yeah, the little levers.
levers?
Yeah.
So my old bike, instead of having 1, 2, 3 for the front gears, it had low and into high. So, but it wasn't a smooth transition. It was like 10 different notches for 3 gears.
Yeah, it was like the tensioner.
Oh, that's
That
still
one,
dumb
that
though.
was weird. Yeah, I had a bike
But
like
it's
that.
a problem though, because I could either be in first or third. I couldn't be in second.
Yeah.
My current bike, I can put it into second, but I can't put the old one into third. Anyway, we've gone really off
That's
topic.
the closest
I'm
thing
just-
Ruben's
I'm
ever
just
got to
gonna
driving a manual.
I will, like... I
I'm
don't
just-
have anything heavy enough to... Oh, I should do a desk reveal at some point. My
It's
my
horrible.
desk
Bro, your
is
desk is pretty
hilarious.
messy.
It's not. Everything is in its
Bro, it's
place.
see-through. We
Bro.
will see your bare feet.
Bro, he's
I've
literally
got
got
my
his teeth on his
I
desk.
have I have my mold of my teeth before I had braces, and
It's properly nasty.
It
It's,
is
it's
nasty.
literally just cement. It's not like actual teeth. But you can see. I'll put it up to the camera. You can see how
Why?
bad my top jaw used to
You
be.
can't really see that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
It's-
That's fine.
my
We don't
camera's
really
wonky.
see it.
Pasty
But
white.
it has something hidden inside of it, so yeah, it has something hidden in it. I'm gonna censor that. Anyway, on to the next
If I
topic.
finish my Kathmandu Torpedo 7 spiel, I feel like Torpedo 7 is more big family camping, whereas Kathmandu and stuff is definitely more like, I'm going on a hike,
It's
I'm
more
gonna
hiking
camp
gear.
to
More-
the top.
yeah.
So-
Hiking and skiing gear. We bought a lot of our skiing gear from Kathmandu. My
Oh,
whole
yes,
family, when we
yeah,
all
that
learned to
one.
ski, we got all our like thermals and jackets,
Bivouac
Yeah.
Outdoors good for that as well.
Yes.
They
I've never
have
been
they
there.
have a lot more specialist stuff. Like they have specialist rock climbing stuff as well. So it's really like different.
I've just had a thought. Are we just gonna have me and Sam sitting here when you guys are talking? I mean, if you two are fine being on camera, so you should probably peek forward when you talk. But what am I gonna do for you? Should I just put some like Subway Surfer footage over when you're leading when you're talking?
Bro, you guys can just like
have you
just
guys
have your
actively listening.
have your reactions.
Yeah.
You know.
Live Tucker reaction.
Live Michael Lillard reaction.
Bro, I'll just record like a
Live
100
nuclear
establishing
reaction.
shots on my phone. And then
I think what we'll do is I'll probably like record some Goofy Games footage and then just slap it on.
I feel
While
like
he's talking.
Oh.
I feel like
Yeah,
that's-
you know
Should
why
we,
not? Let's
should
do
we
that.
cameo him
Why?
at some point in this
Just
video?
sleeping.
Is
Podcast.
he sleeping?
He's sleeping.
Okay, so as
Gareth
I said
is
before,
sleeping.
it's like 12:40 at the moment. We've spent 15 minutes already, 17, sorry.
Yeah.
But, like, we have a sixth person here, and he said he doesn't want to be on camera or talk. So we'll respect
His
that.
name's-
I'm gonna censor that.
Bro, Caleb,
But-
why have you got
Why do you have my knife? I mean, that's right. I got this. That was fun.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Actually, that looks
It's
That
that looks
actually
similar to
kinda-
my knife.
Oh, what?
I don't like the spine part.
So we got the same knife for our birthdays from the same
No,
dude.
like that.
That's
Pass
actually
it.
good.
Oh, I'm gonna mess up
That's
the
not
blade.
how you pop. That's
So
not
whoever
how
gets
you
a
That's
knife
not how you
I'm
hold
gonna
it.
put
Whoever's
this
gonna
away
take
because I'm
hunting.
gonna stab myself or someone else
Right.
with it.
Oh, you get to hold
But
it.
we're probably gonna cameo the
Bro, it's
sleeping
too
guy at
powerful.
some point if we can
Yeah.
get him to do it. Anyway, it's
Bro,
time to move
okay,
on to
show
the next
them
topic.
now.
Sam, I bet it's probably your turn.
You got just say my
Is it my turn?
Pick a topic.
He's talking right now, so you can
Who has
probably
a
hear him.
Join in the conversation.
Yo, do you guys have a good topic lined up? Because I need a few more minutes to refine mine.
Okay,
But
I'll
you
go
just say
next.
something, isn't it?
Okay, my topic is the agricultural industry, which may seem odd, but I want to know how much you guys know about it.
I
since
know
I've
literally.
started-
Okay.
Can you just do a
Test
brief
my knowledge.
definition?
Oh yeah.
You like put seeds in the ground and then put water on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the thing about New
And
Zealand
something grows.
is
hopefully.
that doesn't
Hopefully.
happen very
Hopefully.
often.
Oh.
What? Because
Because
we.
most of the land isn't like, I don't know how you say arable or whatever.
Arable, yeah.
Arable.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
a scuff
It's not-
word.
Yeah.
Very well designed for crop farming.
It's not designed for Arabs.
It's been a rough day.
It's not arable.
It's not.
It's not arable.
But not-
no. This
Okay,
podcast
Wait,
is gonna
continue,
get us
continue.
cancelled.
What were
I'm
you
You
probably
know
saying?
how
gonna
you
clip
know how
that.
you clip the previous one. This is gonna get us cancelled at some point. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
No,
That's
it's
fine.
not.
That's fine. Okay.
It'll be fine.
We're not racist to Arabs. Okay. Well,
Except
Alf,
he's not going to
except
talk up to
me
defend
is
Yeah.
himself.
Not
We're
Arabs.
just we're not racist in general, because they're gonna think we're racist.
He's not
Everyone
Arab. He's a
else.
Zapper, and even then,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not
Why are
really
you?
one.
Why are you bringing
Close
him
enough.
into this? He's just chilling over there.
Guys, actually just sleeping in the bin. We're just bringing his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna make a cameo?
What?
Surely join in the
You
conversation.
gonna make a cameo? Just like say something.
But basically, it's mostly dairy farming these days. Because
Yeah.
sheep farming is in decline because wool prices are bad.
Yeah.
I
that's not a
love
bad
the
thing.
economy's
We literally
current
got
state.
25 million sheep in New Zealand.
We
But
haven't.
I don't
We
mind if it
have
declines.
no.
Yeah,
We have like 5 times the amount of sheep
Like,
as we do humans.
genuine question.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
genuine
need more
question.
sheep. It's
No,
declining.
we don't.
Bro, when was the last time you wore a woolen shirt?
Is he wearing
Our
one now?
economy is
Yeah,
gonna
isn't that
die.
one?
Is that woolen?
Bro, where's the tag?
I don't know.
Yeah. Actual question though.
Actual
What
question.
what do we do with all the
Made in
sheep?
China.
Like,
not
it's
from
like-
New Zealand.
If we ever get
Might still
involved
be
in a
woolen.
war, we send them to war.
The amount of sheep to people in this country is like, I think it's 7-1 or something.
He
Or
said
8 to 1
20
now.
he said
declined
25 million.
significantly.
What do
it used
we-
to be like
It u-
30.
I think it used to be 40 million.
Person.
I think it used to be like 40 million.
No, but
Yeah.
seriously though, what do we
It's
do with them?
decline. It's we,
That's nice,
we
though,
get
actually.
wool, make
Yeah.
woolen clothes, export that wool. Country
That's how
makes
that's
money.
how we got a lot of our money.
And also lamb. We eat the lamb because
That's true, lamb's
we
good.
we like lamb.
We
No,
do.
that sucks it.
I do.
But there's a big decline in sheep
No,
farming.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
'cause that's
Like
gonna get
it
copyright
used to
strike.
be like something like 30 sheep per person.
I don't
and
think it's
now
30.
it's
I
like-
think it was
And
because I
now
remember
it's
seeing
like
a video that was like
and now it's like
40 million
12.
sheep. But that was
12
when we
to
had
1.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure?
yeah, it's
I
dropped.
heard
like,
7
a
to
lot.
1 and that was
I don't know. I
We-
can't
we-
remember. It
like
was on
6
7
There are
days
at
the
least
other
Sheep
more
night.
aren't that
sheep.
important.
There are at least more sheep than we have humans, but we
You
don't
just
know
make
the
wool
number.
shirts
Yeah.
It's at least 2, probably somewhere close to 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
At highest, it's probably been up to
Do
40.
you want to search it up?
I'm
I
gonna
could
force
do
Reuben
that.
to put the number up there.
I'm gonna put it up
Post.
here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it up next to
I
my
mean, we
head.
can just say it, but yeah, But the dairy industry is massive. Some of the farms I've worked on, like they just build houses on the farm. So you just hire a family from
My
overseas
keyboard
or
is
in New Zealand.
loud.
They just live on a house in the farm.
It's
drive
dropped-
quad bikes
It's
around.
dropped below 5-1. That's
Oof.
not great. That's not great.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because wool prices are like they're trying to sell wool and then getting nothing for it.
Yeah.
And
I have heard about that.
dairy farming destroys the land a lot more than sheep farming does.
yeah.
Like you look at the hills, you can see all of the
Do they eat
all
more?
of the
Okay.
terraced hills
Why-
just from
why
because cows are
specifically?
generally heavier.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, that's right. Because they trample the ground. I remember it was a family friend, and he lived on a farm, and he had a go kart, right? And I remember it was like one of these off road go karts with like the big cage around it, right?
Yeah,
So,
and
like,
he
a
said
serious
he
go-kart.
said one day he drove it in the paddock where the cows had been, and like the whole cage just full on like broke at the welds because the ground was so bumpy.
Oh,
Because the cows had just trampled all the ground. It was too bumpy to ride.
I
across.
want to quickly go on a side tangent here, which is really side tangenty.
Side rant.
Do you hate, like, being the fact that we're just exiting teenagehood, which is weird to think about. I'm 18 now, which is still really weird.
Last of
still-
us to turn
He's
18.
not even
I am
19
literally the
yet.
last person. He is 19. Logan turned 19. By the way, we should probably say the names.
Is that
Oh,
right?
This is
I don't
Logan.
know my fa-
This is the
yeah.
ginger.
Alright.
It probably doesn't show up very well on the camera, but
The
he's
Ginger Ninja.
Ginger
Yeah.
Ninja. He's
Yeah.
Logan, and then Liam. Poke your head up.
This guy right
There he is.
Hello.
He's also
Liam's
a cool
cool.
He's
guy.
the person on the plane.
And
He is
Caleb, get
rather
on
correct.
camera now.
He doesn't have to.
He doesn't want to.
Far out. He's
But
skinny.
like being the fact that we still are teenagers, I hate pimples. I have one.
why are you bringing
Bro,
this
I
up?
Because
got
it keeps
I
annoying
never
me.
got them.
Well, I am growing
I got, like,
pimples on my
some
face.
down
It's
here.
relating tangentially to agriculture.
No,
this
it's
thing
not.
here, like, I get them sometimes
Bro, it's
where
like
it
full
creates a
mole mouth on
massive
the camera.
bridge,
I've had them for years.
like
Well,
between
at
my nose
least
and
you
my
don't
cheek.
have tuberculosis. Okay?
There are worse things in life.
Yeah, at least
At
you're
least
not.
I don't have polio.
At least you're not rabid.
The dairy industry gets destroyed by tuberculosis. Okay, imagine being
He's
a
right,
cow
he's
and
right.
getting tuberculosis. You just get slaughtered.
Wait, what is tuberculosis?
It's a disease. It's a lung disease.
Yeah.
And in New Zealand, it's spread mostly by possums, which
Yeah.
is why
Which is why we
Pest
legally
control.
have to run over possums when we're driving.
That's right.
Exactly.
You aim for them.
You aim for them. You never swerve. You always hit them head on.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like in Aussie, but here in
well,
the
in
good old
Aussie,
New
they're
Zealand,
native, so they don't kill them.
we
Oh,
have
yeah.
to. We like. It's almost a legality that you should run into them,
Yeah.
and
Is
we
it bad?
laugh when we see one on the road because
That's
roadkill.
Well, I just whack them with a stick because that's my job and I get paid for
Wow.
that.
For all you animal
know-
lovers out there, I'm very sorry.
We do not care.
We
I'm here to tell you right now.
We prefer
We don't care.
birds.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
prefer
birds
birds.
are
Yeah,
better.
I like-
Specifically
yeah,
flightless ones, which are really useless. My dad had a genius idea one time, right?
Mhm.
With all the roadkill possums that are on the road, if we had a little machine sitting under a car that just picks them up, gets rid of all the fur, throws out the body, and then you have a bunch of fur.
You know what the worst
What are they
thing
gonna
is,
do with
though?
the body?
I don't know, Chuck.
What are you gonna do?
But now you have the fur, right?
Yeah.
So you could make possum skinned coat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but who would want that?
No,
Well,
that is a
the wool-
legitimate thing.
The wool
Possum-
industry
it
is
a
dying,
possum-
right? The wool industry
What?
is...
So you're gonna replace it with possum fur?
Why the
That's
hell not?
much lower quality.
No,
Yeah.
possum
And
fur
bro,
it's like
industry is a
ham
thing.
shit.
Well,
but that's
you could make like socks or shoes out of them. I
No,
wouldn't
the
suggest
main-
like making jackets, but socks or shoes.
The main problem is the possum fur industry has died even more than the wool industry. Literally,
Oh,
why.
so
lovely
like
economy.
it is a proper industry. That's why possums were originally introduced to create a fur trade because their fur is quite nice. I have
Yeah.
some possum fur gloves. They're very
Correct.
warm, but these
Absolutely
days
destroyed.
It's a difference.
these
in
days the
if you're using
hand plucked
roadkill
fur, which is generally like when you hand pluck it, like if you kill
Yeah.
a possum, when they first die, it's really
Yeah,
easy.
see,
You
it's
just hand
different
pluck
to
it.
using roadkill fur, right?
Well,
You
no,
can't
that's
use
a bit
roadkill
different.
fur.
Depends how.
Yeah,
It's probably.
but
blood.
there's
Exactly.
yeah, so there's
Gore.
hand plucked fur. No one wants it, even though it seems to be nicer quality. Machine plucked fur, on the other hand, there's still a bit of an industry for that. There's like a machine that you put the possum in, and it does whatever it does, and
Yeah.
the possum comes out without any hair. And machine plucked fur is going for quite a bit more than hand plucked fur.
Okay, as a business student.
As a business student.
Okay, so clearly what's happening here is that there's a low supply.
But you've been a business student for like 3 months.
Yeah, but I've learned supply and demand at school. Okay, so shush. Essentially what's happening there is, to those who aren't business students... What?
No.
Is he fully asleep? He is, he's fully asleep. They are goofing around over there. I'm going to try and visualize it. Supply gets lowered.
I thought he was facing the
So
other
the
way.
price should... If the price... No, price goes up. But
Whoa.
the demand has also lowered. So the price, I'm assuming, stays the same. It's just that the amount that's sold is...
Well, the thing is, think about the last time you bought a possum fur product.
I can't think
I
of
Exactly.
I think I
I
have
think
a
anyone's ever
possum.
bought
That
a
is
possum
half
fur
of the
product.
problem.
Yeah.
That these days, because the wool industry is dying, they fuse merino wool with possum fur sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that works well.
I ruined something so good with
No.
possum fur.
We
No,
love
it's actually so good.
we love polyesters now, which I know how to make as a
What's-
chemistry
what's-
student.
what's-
Polyester.
Yeah, what is it? Polyester? I'm
Okay,
assuming.
so
I'm
it's
assuming
a-
it's a mix of
So
materials.
so it's basically polyester is a polymer, which is sort of a big chain of molecules, which in
Oh.
polyesters, the individual molecules or monomers are called esters. So they
Yeah.
join together,
It's
and
like.
and then they just make a big chain, and
So
that's
it
how we
doesn't
make
Do you
have
know?
anything
Do you
to
know
do with
clothing.
Polynesian
nylon?
people?
You know nylon, right?
Yeah.
Do you know why it's named nylon?
New York, London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it was the places where it's invented.
Yeah.
New York, London. Actually, I should do it the other way because
Nylon.
it's on camera. New York.
Yeah.
New York, London, and then you just merge it.
Yeah.
Nylon. That's what a way to make a name, right?
Yeah.
We've got bloody.
By the way, nylon is another type of polymer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you trying to flip us off?
No, I
doing
was
the
just
gang
doing gang
signs.
signs.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
But if we want to, if I want to sort of steer the conversation back to its original topic, which was agriculture, I remember doing a road trip with my family, like down the whole of the country. And I remember going through sort of Otago and Southland, sort of the most southern parts of the country, and there's the most massive farms I've ever seen. Like if you see the big what are they called? The things that
The things.
The gates.
no, just
Just
you know the.
what a vague action, you know.
What's
just
the-
like-
I don't know what they're called. What would you how would you describe them?
Well,
Things
we
that
don't know
water
what
the
you
ground.
are.
The things that water the ground.
Sprinklers.
Yeah,
The sprinklers. Yeah, those massive sprinklers that go around in like a massive. I'm
Oh,
gonna slap
yeah.
you in the face here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You're
so
right.
the spinning ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or the long ones.
yeah. Like they're like a kilometer
Sam, do
long.
you
Yeah,
have
so
sprinklers
those
in
long
your
ones
garden?
with the big
Massive.
wheels.
Do you have
the ones in
sprinklers in
Happy
your garden?
Gilmore.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did you
Yeah.
forget what the name sprinkler?
No, it's not a sprinkler. It's it's
Yeah,
technically
it's
is a sprinkler.
It's
but
got
it's-
some other name, but we don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the. I was just stunned by how massive they were. They're like these a lot.
So-
I'm gonna cut that and put that into an audio file.
Well, they are. They're massive.
I was stunned at how massive they were. I'm putting that in
so
an audio file.
dirty-minded.
Thank you. Anyway, we shall move on to the next topic. Have you got
Shall we?
yours?
Yeah, I guess we are.
What's your topic?
Why old cars are just better.
This,
I'll start this off.
This,
They're not.
this coming from the guy that crashed his car.
I did not crash my car.
It's got
I
a 0-star
rear-ended.
safety
Okay,
rating.
I'm gonna say
How
my, I'm
you
gonna
had it
say
for
my
2
opinion.
months?
My opinion. Old cars are good, but they're old.
So they're
If the
not
cars
good.
were new in the day they were made,
Oh, no.
then they would be very good.
They look cooler.
Yeah.
But nowadays, they've aged so much getting to this point and still existing
Mm-hmm.
that they're
I
just
see
worse.
what you're saying. So you're saying if like the old model of car was remade
Yes,
today,
yeah.
Like the way they
Yeah, yeah.
made
Yeah.
cars back in the day, 80s, 90s,
Mm.
around then, was awesome.
And earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
And earlier,
cars
yeah.
looked amazing.
Yeah.
Currently,
Yeah.
my Toyota Platts, it's also been rear-ended, but it less
Ow.
less damage than his to a significant margin. His entire back window is shattered.
Yeah, but I
have
found a new
minor
one on
dent.
Facebook, so it's all good, probably.
Well, see, the issue with that is he was hit by a modern car, whereas modern cars don't break as much as old cars.
Yeah,
Whereas
both.
old cars, they both would have crumpled a little bit and it would have been equal.
Yeah.
Whereas he got hit by a modern car and the modern car's like, nah, screw this.
Actually,
old
it turned
car.
out to be a sort of blessing in disguise, because his car was higher up, which meant I don't have any frame damage.
Oh, yeah.
Which I
Oh, yeah.
checked, which was
It's
not
like
kind of
that
So
nice.
it's not a
Ninja
write-off.
Cup where he got
No,
railed
it's
from
well,
behind.
well, I haven't ask the panel beaters yet, but from what I've looked at,
He's just
there's no damage to the actual frame.
We need to
or the
talk to
chassis.
Harrison about this because your
Yes,
entire
Harrison,
back
exactly.
windshield is shattered, right?
Yes, but that's what.
And
that's
yours
'cause-
might not be a write-off.
Yes, but you see
Mine has a minor dent in it. No lights are damaged. No engine parts are damaged, and that might be a write-off.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is,
I love the system.
that's
that we're in.
because the car that hit me was a high riding car, right?
The highlights.
So when it was an Amarok. So anyway, when it didn't hit where the bumper is, which would have resulted in chassis damage. It hit higher up, so it hit my boot, right? And so that just
broke
got
your
rid of
photo
the broke
screen.
the panel.
Do you have a photo of it?
Yeah.
Right.
What am I gonna hold it up to the camera?
No, just DM it to me. I'll check it here.
Oh, sure. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, right. I
just
can't
put
get
it-
to the.
I would
reverse.
just put it on the whole screen. Why
Yeah.
don't we?
So, anyway, so if I want to steer this back to my
To
actual
cars.
conversation, why they're better, they just are. I don't know how to rational. It's
Right.
one of these arguments I can't.
It's
You
just-
can't really rationalize, but you just have a
it's an
feeling that you know it's
opinion.
right.
I have a
feel like-
counter argument.
You have a
It-
counter
Peek,
argument.
peek when you talk. Peek when you talk. Yeah.
Pete, yeah. Show your face.
They're just not better. They suck.
Why?
Yeah, old cars are not built for a modern environment.
Everyone here except for Caleb and Liam, including the guy on the bed as well, me, Sam, Logan, and the guy on the bed have all crashed or been crashed into. Actually,
Caleb
no.
has technically crashed as well because he tapped someone in the parking
he
lot.
loved that. He loved that in someone's car.
Yeah, he tapped someone in the parking lot on his
So
last day of work.
Caleb and the sleeping
So
guy,
we all have crashed.
it's their fault, whereas for us
Well,
three
Liam
it was.
hasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm cool.
but he's on his learner, so it doesn't
Oh,
really
that
count.
doesn't count. That barely
Yeah.
counts.
Okay, so anyway, no,
I'm
I
driving
actually, I do have an argument as to why
He's
old cars
almost
are
got us
better.
restricted. We will all be. Yeah.
Right.
I
We're-
have an
we're-
argument. They make
We're
you.
gonna make sure he gets it.
Okay, I need total silence for this. They make you a better driver
Why?
because
Yeah, that's it.
newer cars, right? They have all the electronic aids and safety systems which make you care less about driving.
Yeah, that's true.
That
They
means
do
that
everything for you. Like the new Teslas, right? They can just drive on the motorway for you. They can do lane changes and everything. If I'm driving a car that can't do that, for example, which is most cars.
We were literally
As of
watching.
today.
We were watching Canada's work. Canadians.
Canada's worst.
Canadians' worst drivers.
Yeah.
Canada's worst drivers, right? And some of these people are actually liabilities to society.
Yes.
Someone who has never checks her mirrors, consistently goes 2 to 3 times the speed limit, like in a 50 zone. What else did Crystal do?
Goes on a phone.
Goes on
Uh,
her phone,
Yeah.
like
Passes on the shoulder.
passes
Oh,
on a
yeah.
stop sign. Someone has
Yeah.
stopped, and
Yeah.
she just passes him.
Passes on the shoulder.
Passes on the shoulder.
That's dumb.
Passed on a double yellow as well.
Doesn't stop at a stop
Pass on a
line.
motorway on
Bursts
ramp.
into tears.
Doesn't
while
listen
she's
to
driving.
yellows. Doesn't listen to reds.
Yep.
This looks like a vape.
Gets out of the car during green
This
This
lights.
is the knife.
Yeah.
This is the knife. It's not a vape.
Yeah, but anyway, so
Doesn't make
She's
it
an
any
actual
better.
liability to society. But if she was given those methods,
yeah.
then she might actually be able to drive
Yeah.
safely
See, the-
because she can
yeah.
rely on those,
Yeah.
and she doesn't have to
Or she
focus.
just wouldn't drive at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, for example, no one checks their blind spots anymore because everyone has the little detectors in their mirrors that light up when someone's in their blind spot.
Do
People don't know how to properly brake anymore because the anti-lock braking system does everything for them. They don't know how to properly steer without anti-lock brakes. People actually care less if they crash or not because they know they will be safe. I have a car that has no airbags, no ABS, no crumple zones of
Right,
any
I don't
sort.
see your point
so
here,
I know,
Sam.
so I know because
what
my
are you
point
saying?
is this
If
is
the
the
EV
point.
crashes, he's screwed.
Yeah,
If
pretty
I may
much.
make my point, yeah. You pretty much summed it up well, but the thing is, I have
if
shut
someone
up!
crashes
Let me make
into
my
you,
point, bro.
if it's not your fault,
Yeah.
you still get screwed either way.
Yes, but
Yeah.
the thing is, the point is, I know I have to drive safely because if I don't, I know I will be killed.
Yeah, but
Yes,
there's no need
if you're
to drive
driving
safe.
through a green Sam and some idiot hooning it down the road goes through their red and hits you, you've driven perfectly safely, but he's the idiot and made the dumb decision.
Yes.
You still die.
Okay, well
Or
that's
get severe.
No airbags,
yeah.
no detection.
It's just a better way to drive.
Just like get airbags.
It simply is.
This is the kid that went to India for
The
3
thing
weeks.
is, you can
What's
ask
the-
him
what
what
the
the
heck have
And
to do
learned,
with
and
it?
learned how to
Ages.
drive the Indian way, which is just no mirrors, honk your horn.
I never
and
drove
hope for the best.
when I was in India.
Close enough. It's essentially just spray and pray, but as a car instead of a gun. Why have you got your hand up?
Because I'm trying to not interrupt.
Okay,
I'm
make
waiting
your
for
point.
you guys to finish your points.
Yeah.
But basically, yes, you can argue it makes you a better driver.
It does.
Yes, you can argue the cars are better. But you just can't argue against age. It can rust.
Yeah.
Cars rust. It's just a fact of life. And that is the
it's a-
sad thing, because they're amazing cars,
Yes.
but they rust and things deteriorate.
Mhm.
And especially if they have electronics when they were that first age when cars started getting electronics.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Those
yeah.
are the worst
Never
ones
buy a
that
car from
break.
that era. Yeah.
It's it's sad because these cars are really good cars.
Yeah.
But they just
They just
age.
They just
cease
suck.
to exist.
You're arguing
Yeah.
that the newer cars make people worse drivers. My car's a '99 Toyota Plaid, so it's not that old, right?
Well, it is
They're
quite
still
old
They're still
actually.
pretty old.
That's actually kind of a scam because you're 1 year off the cutoff where you have to get your WAF every 6 months.
Yeah.
Because if the car's made before 2000, you have to get your WAF every 6 months.
So I have
Yeah.
to get it every 6 months. Well,
Yeah.
So you just lose like
yeah,
double.
but
the
like
money.
I
You have to pay
I
road
still
user
check.
charges.
I still check my
I only have to
wing
pay
mirrors. I
75
still
bucks
check my
for
blind
it.
spot.
Mhm.
Right. I can drive better than everyone in that video.
Yeah.
By the way, when I'm pointing, there's a lounge out there, and I'm pointing to a TV. That's
Yeah,
why.
there's a TV over there.
This, by the way, I should probably introduce you. This is the cabin. There's not enough room in the main house, so I sleep in here.
Yeah. I don't sleep
No.
in here with him.
No,
No.
not yet at least. No.
Oh.
Okay.
We
No.
got 6 of us on one bed.
They're just staying the night. It's 1 a.m. now.
Oh fuck.
That's not bad.
Yeah. All right. Would anyone like to take over the topic? If you
I
finish?
would like
Hold on,
to in part respond to Caleb's comments. So if you're talking about age, right? Obviously, it is a factor in.
You said age is just a number.
Well, it literally is.
Well, it is, but it's also a fact of life. And
Yeah.
it
Age
ruins
sucks.
things. Age ruins
So
things.
is one.
Bro, it literally
It ruins people and it ruins cars, right?
What do you mean? It makes
ruins
them
the
worse?
president of the
Well,
United
it's not
States.
aging
Yeah.
that ruins it. It's
What do you
time.
mean? America could
Well,
be
yeah,
described
time.
in a
It's just
single
time.
word.
Well,
It's
age is just a way of representing time. So anyway,
so it's time.
time kills cars. I could
everything
not
else.
disagree with that. It's obvious.
Mm.
However, if you can buy a car that is properly maintained over a number of years, that has no significant rust damage, whose engine has been properly maintained and cared for, then you can get away with owning an old car on a budget. I did that. My car has done 417,000 kilometers. It's not right. It's not in a drivable state at the moment. However, before that point on March 28th, 2023,
Was
at
that-
approximately 8:30 a.m., it ran perfectly.
8:30.
Yes.
When you
Sorry, a.m. Did I say p.m.?
You said no. Yeah, you said AM, but I'm just
8:30 a.m.
You said that was the bus station, right?
Yeah.
Why 8:30? You said you were pulling out.
Yeah, because the car park was full.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so I managed to buy a car. It had been properly maintained. I could tell because on Car Jam, most of the Ks it had racked up in its lifetime were done in maybe the first 10 years. So what that told me is that it had been owned by maybe someone who was like, I don't know, Uber didn't exist back then, but sort of maybe a taxi or a hired driver or whatever. And so that means it had been properly maintained, and it had clearly been garaged most of its life, because the paint was good, no significant rust spots.
Yeah, there was still rust though.
It's still
Yeah,
rust that needed
spots.
to be repaired.
Yeah.
There were spots.
But those spots grow.
You have a slight scratch
Yes.
on the back of your car, though.
Well,
That being the windshield.
Right through the back windscreen.
that
That
doesn't
proves
count.
my points that old cars suck.
Okay,
that does now
we're gonna go around and
crash
we're gonna go
into.
around in circles.
That's
here.
not a point. That's
Okay,
not a
see,
But
that's
also,
argument.
his car would be cheaper to repair.
Yes, and
Really?
it's cheaper to
Yeah.
run. It's cheaper to
Why is it
repair.
Yeah, but
cheaper
the
to
parts
repair
for
it?
it
It
are
is
more
not
expensive.
cheaper to run.
It
Because
is, no,
petrol
it is.
prices these days cost a lot more. You may have a
Oh, I
smaller
hate
Older
engine.
cars use less fuel.
You may have a smaller engine, but
They
still
do.
smaller cars these days will use less fuel
Okay.
because the
Where-
government puts things in them that needs it,
Yeah.
and especially if they start emission taxes. That's when.
Oh,
Yeah, emission
no.
tax. Well, that's not a thing yet, so we can't talk about that. But
Emission
live in the
tax.
older
UK,
cars
will
use less
screw us
fuel
all.
because
Yeah.
they are lighter and the engine management systems are a lot simpler.
We're all gonna go.
If existent at all.
I think we've been dawdling around the... Dawdling? That's the wrong word. We've been circling around this topic for too long.
Yeah.
You two,
What?
do you have topics?
Sort of.
Okay, Logan,
Go
what's
on.
your topic?
Alright, my topic.
Lean in.
You know,
Well, they need to be able to see you.
is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want, you could swap out with Sam.
Oh yeah, take the seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
That was an audible room.
This is our resident ginger. We had another ginger here a few hours ago, but she decided to leave. So what's your topic?
My topic is university.
Oh,
It
mate.
is so expensive
We
to
get
get
it free
anything.
for first year.
for the first year. All right, it's like 35k per year after that. Like,
You're the only one of us here that are flat. They're not flatting. Yes.
yeah,
Flatting,
flatting.
yeah.
Yeah, student village.
You're doing all. Okay. For context, everyone, he is flatting. How much is the flat?
It's like 632 a fortnight.
Right,
It's a good flat. It's a good. I mean, they have cracks
I'm
all
not
over
going to say
the
which
wall, but
campus.
it's good.
That
He's
is-
flatting
that
at one
is-
of the AUT campuses, and he's attending all his classes online.
Yeah.
That
But it's
is
pretty
more
fun.
than my rent at a place in Hamilton Central with its own kitchenette, own TV,
I have my kitchen.
own bed. Yeah, but you live at home. It's a bit different.
I think you answered the reason in the
Um,
question. But
Yeah,
go on.
basically, I live for a lot cheaper, and I'm in central Hamilton, and I have a source of income.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see, I see.
But okay,
Caleb,
you're in
you-
Hamilton.
Yeah, you live cheaper because you're in Hamilton.
Because you're in Hamilton.
You can
This is
find
And
out.
you're also-
I'm in
you're also-
Central Auckland.
You're also working at. There's also work.
Yeah. So you weren't
Yeah.
full
You could
time.
find
Yeah.
a house that cheap in Auckland.
Yeah, but like
Oh,
that's work
you would be
accommodation,
pushing it.
whereas his is study accommodation.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't.
Yeah. Okay, but I gain a lot of independence and skills
But it
from
still
that. You
would
know,
be cheap.
I'm flatting off like 4 other dudes. You know,
Whoa,
a lot of stuff.
whoa.
Okay, I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
He sleeps with 4 guys.
I was about to say I'm with 4 other dudes and a lot of stuff goes.
What was the potato story where it's like?
Oh,
no, that was at your
we-
house. That
yeah.
was your flat.
No, I was at my flat.
Was it your flat?
Yeah, we had a bag of potatoes.
Here,
Sitting
zoom in,
at the
zoom
top
in
of
on
my
his
tent.
face in this shot, just
We
because.
Why?
Because this is a scuff story.
We had a bag of potatoes sitting at the top of our pantry for about 3 months, and then they got all
Why?
fermented, and there was just juice building up. And then one of my flatmates tried picking it off the top, and he like pulls it, and juice just starts going all over the floor, like fermented potato juice.
See, he mentions he's gaining skills.
he's becoming a commie because he's going to be able to farm potatoes more efficiently.
Yeah.
Clearly, one of those
My
skills is
cup
not
farmer.
food hygiene.
Yeah. Do you want to move? To the seat? I'm just going to shuffle you a bit, just slightly. There we go.
Alright.
Okay, there we go. We just need to balance the frame slightly. What was yours? Oh yeah, university.
University.
Just
Just in general, quite a broad
you
topic.
two, cut it out. Okay, they're mucking around over there, Sam and
We'll
Caleb.
get no more screen time if you keep that up.
What? Just throw at me. Okay, in my opinion on uni, it sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am currently taking a Bachelor of Business course. I will.
No, can you please be quiet?
Can I please have a water?
Please.
Sam will get that.
Yeah,
no
I
one
get
else.
it. I
Logan
get it.
won't.
That's
I
funny.
don't entirely.
I'm taking a Bachelor of Business, right? Currently, every class that I've taken essentially has felt like things that I can see you guys mucking around on
Bro,
the bed
it's
on the
literally-
camera.
I'm preparing my point after you say
Right?
yours.
We pretty much everything we've learned, all the major things we've learned so far, outside of how to do accounting on Excel, have all been learned at school. Supply and demand, which I used before in this video, so that's linking
Yeah.
to a previous segment.
Yes.
The fact that monopolies exist is something we spent like a whole week or 2 on, which is one of the most basic things you can be taught in business at school is, yes, monopolies exist. If there's only one company controlling a product, then they have a monopoly on the product. It's such an easy concept to get, and yet we're going through this at uni. So I get making the first year of uni free when the first year, or first semester at least, feels this useless.
Alright, but take my course for example. I'm majoring in paramedics. You learn none of the stuff at school.
But yeah, because it's
Yeah.
paramedic.
Yeah, but they should teach it.
My shirt's a bit
Bro.
My opinion is university is a waste of time.
This is
No,
the
you
kid-
don't
Go
go to
get a
uni.
real job.
Yeah,
You
he-
can earn money.
Bro gets paid in
Just-
cash. That's a bit sus.
Yeah, he doesn't. He didn't.
Bro, what's your job again, Caleb?
I kill possums with a stick.
He gets paid in
He
cash.
was talking the other day about how you've never experienced life until you've crushed it. It was a possum, right? Crushed a possum under your boot. A possum's skull under your boot. Can I borrow your for a second?
See the
I
ironic.
just wanted to use the Velcro.
Could I
Take
make
the
a
cash
point,
out. I just
please?
want to
No.
take the Velcro.
Can I actually make
Yes,
a point?
Yes, you can.
You see, I think university is important because if no one went to university, then Caleb wouldn't be able to have the job that he has.
Yeah,
True.
Okay.
Because
well,
you
some
wouldn't have
people need to
higher-ups
go to
to-
Yeah,
university.
you
run
can't
the
have everyone
company
go to
that you work
university.
Not
All
necessarily.
of the people who run the company did not go to university.
Are you sure?
Can I just take the cash out? I want to just use the
No, you're
Velcro.
not.
You don't need to
Oh,
be
that's sad.
to go to university to be a manager.
No, that's the
No.
other
You
thing.
don't need to go to
Yeah.
university
I'm
to
doing-
start your own business.
I'm doing a Bachelor of Business. Nothing that I've been taught yet is how to start and operate a business. It's just, oh yeah, here's how to look at the stock. Oh, sorry, this side. Here's how to look at the stock market and determine what companies are doing well. Caleb. How to look at the stock market and determine what companies are doing well. Advertising is one that we're taught, but nothing about running a small business. He's taking a photo over there, probably for a thumbnail of his next short. You should check out his channel, by the way. I'm linking his channel. I'm linking Sam's channel.
Why are you
I'll link
linking
my
My
own.
channel's rubbish.
My video
Yeah,
currently.
my
Channels
my channel?
automatically.
What?
Bro,
I
the
can
swaggy
make your
carrot.
channel.
My channel currently has two
my channel.
videos on
I'll
it,
try and
both of
find
which
it.
are shoddily edited. I'm sorry if you have to go through those. I sincerely apologise. Anyway, back to topic. Anyone else have any closing thoughts on?
Actually, I've got a closing thought. Like and subscribe. We're trying to reach
Well,
100k subscribers
Bro,
by the end
we
of this
have,
year.
we don't even
Bro,
have.
we have like 26. Oh,
Yeah.
No, wait, let me check.
We should.
It's like
Bro,
28.
this
What about you?
podcast's about to
Could
pop
I make a
off.
closing statement?
Yes.
No, we're not finishing the video yet.
I know. Just on the topic.
Closing
I feel like-
university.
Yes, university is. Shut up, kid. It's so white, actually.
It is though. It is really wide.
Okay, I feel like.
What's your point?
Yes,
I'm
university.
a white person. Wow.
You are.
Oh, by the way,
Hell.
race reveal. Race reveal. Can I get your hand?
I'm a
Yeah,
white
His,
race
his
reveal.
arm's
Just
already
put-
been
just
in.
put your
His
hand-
arm's already been
I'm
in the
a
screen.
white person in New Zealand. Wow.
Can you put your hand out like that so we can do a race reveal?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, could I make my closing statement?
No.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Lean over because
Okay.
you can lean in.
Yeah. Okay. My honest opinion.
My
on this-
honest
My
reaction.
honest reaction to this is that yes, I know that university is a slog and it takes time and it sets you back on forwarding your career
Puts you 100K
for maybe
there.
4 or 5 years at the most, or 7 if you're doing what Logan's doing.
Yeah.
The point is,
8, 7, 8.
well, yeah.
Depends if I want to go to mid school or not, because I have a free pass into it.
Yeah, but the point is, even though you make no money during that time, and
Even
even
though
though
you're
it
the-
It's
feels
not
like,
Your
about
fingers.
making no
And-
money.
but
It's
it's got
about
the world's
actively
longest fingers.
losing money and going into debt.
Yes.
and even though it feels like everyone hates you there,
They do.
They do.
They do.
Yeah,
What do
see?
you
Oh,
mean?
it's just uni life. I mean, I never go
Sam,
into
we're
uni,
straight
but-
white men. What do you mean acting like everyone hates us?
yeah, and even though it
Where's
feels
the
like
OG?
you're setting your life back, you're not. Because
Would you rather
when you get
immediately
yeah.
start making
When you-
money,
Mm.
or would you rather not be able to make money for 4 or 5 years and then have to start with negative money? It's like the game of life.
you
know,
don't
the-
have to
it's
go into
exactly the
debt.
game of life.
Like,
You
it's
don't
the
have
game
to
of
go
life.
into debt.
And the
But then
people
you
who
have
go
to
to
take a
uni in the
gap
game of
year.
life always
No, you
end up
don't.
winning
You
because
do.
they make
You don't
more
have
money
It's 38 grand
in
a
the
year.
long
No,
run.
you don't have to.
What do you mean you,
You
don't?
don't have to
How
go into
much-
debt to go through university.
38
No,
Yes,
grand
but
a
you still
year.
have to take a gap year then and earn that money beforehand.
I earned
No,
like.
I don't. No, you
How
don't.
much
I
money
don't
are
have
you
to.
paying? You're not
First
going
year's
to.
free.
Yeah.
I just make money during my
That's
first
actually
year
smart.
when I'm working
How much are
part
you
time.
paying
Yeah,
in
but you're
terms
not
of like
gonna make.
uni? Like
You're
not
working
the.
part time. You're not
Um,
gonna make 30 grand.
Well,
in a
first
year.
year's
Yeah, my
free. I'm
parents cover the
pretty sure
difference.
30 to 35k.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, that's
Relying
why
on
my
parents.
parents. That's why my parents went through university.
To cover the
Guys,
cost
keep
of
it
their
on the
son.
camera.
Dude.
Keep it on the
Yeah, we
camera.
should
So
also.
they could get
yeah.
jobs that could pay to
whether
get
you
me
go
through university.
Whether you go to university or not, the most important thing is experience.
The most
Yes,
important thing is
you've
getting
been
a job.
experience is
Right.
good.
Yeah.
If you've
Yes.
been working in an industry
Mm.
for a long time, you're experienced, you have job security, you're
Yeah.
more likely to be
The
paid.
thing
Yeah, but if you go
Yeah.
to uni, you're qualified.
Outside of
University,
Yeah.
just gives you a little bit of experience.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Oh,
outside of
actually, we have placement. We have placement.
Yeah.
That gives you experience in your field.
outside of
It
essentially,
really depends what you want
Bro.
to do.
Mm.
Yeah.
bro, you didn't have to cut me off. Like
I wonder if
that.
we can cut him out one more time.
No. Outside of
So-
like being a doctor or being an engineer, it doesn't really matter what your degree is. Like I could get I don't know at this point. Maybe get a Bachelor of Business and then go
Yeah.
into bloody what's the
Paramedics.
furthest thing from business?
Paramedics.
Oh no, dance.
Gender studies.
Yeah, but like
You
you
did
know the whole sorry, I'm fixing up a cable under my desk. The whole stereotype of someone doing a Bachelor of Arts and then doing something completely different. Hi, Mr. Hagen.
Oh man, that's rude.
Did
I
we
remember
ask
when
if he
he
wanted to get mentioned on this
He
podcast?
didn't do something completely different though. To
No,
be
it wasn't
fair.
completely
No.
different,
It was
but it's
such a-
still a Bachelor of Arts.
Didn't he teach English?
I
and
think
then
my
drama?
mum did a Bachelor. She might have done a BA.
Law is technically a BA, but it's sort of its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty. It's like useless.
But the thing is, with you and getting a business degree, like I feel like it would be better if you just started working in businesses.
Yeah.
Like you find something that you
You
want to
just
do,
go get a job in the
and
business
and
factory.
you put yourself
Yeah.
out there.
Start at the bottom and work your way up.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah.
hear what Sam said.
No, I didn't.
Just,
Yeah,
just go
exactly.
get a job in the business factory and you'll be all good for the
Yeah.
rest of your life. That's not how it works.
No, it is.
I'm sorry, no, it's not.
It's like the first thing you get taught in like bloody economics is the business factory. Money does actually grow on trees. Anyway, another
Yeah,
thing
you grow
that
apples and sell those apples and their money.
yeah, so
Yeah.
another thing that I've learned
Yeah, but
is
you're
that
selling apples, not. the
Apples aren't
are
gonna
growing
make
on
you a
trees.
lot of money.
Apples
Do
accumulate.
you know how
net
much
worth.
apples are worth? Like $2.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's not.
especially
cheap.
avocados. They're selling
Oh,
for $12.
okay,
and no one's
avocados.
buying them. And
Just
they're
sell
rotting in
broccoli. Broccoli's
supermarkets.
like so expensive.
Yeah, that happened in New
careful with
York.
that orange juice, son. It's rather expensive. That stuff doesn't grow on. Wait, yes, it does.
It
So
does.
why is it so damn expensive? another thing that I definitely didn't see some kind of TikTok on is that if you're taking an English major, the only job you can really go into is becoming an English teacher, making it a pyramid scheme.
Nobody actually watches
Yes.
TikTok.
Yes.
For a lot of people, university
The
is a
thing
pyramid scheme.
The
It
thing
is.
is,
Essentially,
university
for a lot of people.
university in New Zealand is quite different
Mm.
to college or university
tired.
in the US. Whereas in the US, I feel like companies want degrees more, and it doesn't matter which degree.
It's
They
just
want
a
you to
degree,
have
yeah.
a
Yeah, that's-
degree.
Yeah.
Whereas in New Zealand, you actually have more of an option
Yeah.
to not go to university and start
true.
working in an industry that you like and enjoy.
Yeah, I feel like
It's
Yeah.
more they want experience, which is half the problem because you're like, how do I get experience
If I don't have a job,
if
yeah.
I don't
I feel like
have
the
a job
main.
in that industry?
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
feel like
you
the
can
main.
work while being at uni.
I feel like the main point here is that for a lot of people, university is a waste of time. However, if no one went to university into like today, maybe I don't know how long ago, 100 years ago, maybe people didn't have to go to university. But today, people have to go to university, and if no one went to university, society would not function as it does.
The thing is, what we've learned is that there's a magical percentage out there somewhere that we don't know what it is of percentage of students that have to go into uni for society to function. I think we're well above that though.
Yes,
Yes.
I would agree with
Yeah,
you.
we
But the
do.
thing is,
If you-
if you go below it, society doesn't advance fast enough. If you go above it, society
The
advances.
The
Not-
thing
not
is,
too
not
I,
too fast,
I
but
think
like-
the percentage
They
which
run out
actually
of
get to
facts,
go to
they run out of,
university
like-
is very small.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
don't think
think
it's that
about
high.
the jobs that require university.
Doctors,
Say
engineering,
paramedics,
sorry,
Yeah.
doctors,
doctors,
engineering.
Yeah, but-
engineers, lawyers.
But they usually
Yeah,
get
and
paid
that's
more.
about it.
Yeah,
They usually get paid more.
Yes.
People who don't go to
yeah, but
university.
like, yes, they get paid more, but they also go into more debt.
Yes.
Speaking of debt, there's some like bloody lesbian dance theory or gender studies
What?
where the jobs that you can get going out of that degree is absolutely
Do not
nothing.
pay.
They don't pay, but the debt that you go in to study gender studies or lesbian
Bro,
dance
there's like
theory
1,000
is
different genders that you'll
nothing.
probably spend a year on each studying.
This year we'll be studying the attack helicopter gender
Yes.
and how they've been oppressed by society.
I need a 3,000
I
word
should do
essay
gender.
in 2
A
days.
3,000 word essay of your favorite gender.
Yes.
Including the bad ones.
Mm.
That's
We're
right.
gonna be cancelled for this,
We
Probably
do.
but
for the
I
best.
don't care. Yes, it will be for the best.
Yo, we'll
We
pull
speak
a
the
Matt
truth.
Walsh.
Honestly.
Pull them out, Walsh.
YouTube is
We
getting
should-
woke these
we
days.
should,
We'll
like-
have to move to Twitter.
We should actually like.
Twitch stream.
If this channel gets big enough, we should try to like do a collab with Matt Walsh because
Like,
We should all fly to the
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
if it gets big
if
enough.
we can do that, right? It's just gonna be us sitting here at like 2:00 in the morning because
Yeah.
it's American time, right?
No, we're gonna fly over there.
Yeah,
No, we
Oh,
we're doing
We'll
it from
use
here.
that
Yeah.
ad revenue if we have one
That
mil
the
subscribers.
ad revenue.
We'll move to Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville,
Yeah.
Tennessee, yeah, boy.
You're the only 10 I see.
Honestly, complaining about gender.
You did not have to say that.
I did.
Yeah,
You did.
I did.
no, you didn't.
Well,
Wait,
Matt
why did I
Walsh
say
has
that, Reuben? That's weird.
2.45 million subscribers.
We can pass that. Make sure to
Hey,
like.
We're
Make
not
sure
that
to like
far
and
away.
subscribe.
We're not that far.
Yeah.
We're only like about half of New Zealand's population away.
We're
from
closer
Yeah,
to
pretty
Matt
much.
Walsh than Matt Walsh is to PewDiePie. So
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
make
so
sure.
we need to get that Indian audience because they are the most the country that watches YouTube the most.
Yeah,
If you're
it's
Indian,
We
do
don't
not
speak
take
Hindi.
offense.
I'm sure we can
Close
learn.
enough.
try.
You speak some.
We can learn.
No,
How
I
many
don't.
Indians
No,
do
you
you
know
know
the
watches
words.
this?
You've been
You
to
know
Bangalore.
like one word.
I don't.
You've been literally in Bangalore.
Yeah,
I
he
did
was
know-
literally in Bangalore.
I know one word. I knew one word. I forgot it.
Oh.
Bro, this
How
kid's
long,
a
how long were you there for?
3 weeks.
Bro, and you learned
Bro,
one word and
bro.
then forgot it.
I don't need
Anyway.
to know any Indian languages. They all speak English.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
That's
They
kind
can
of-
watch our videos in English.
I'll just speak English
Yeah, but
eventually.
that's
It'll
not
be
their
fine.
native language though. They watch YouTube and stuff in
What
like.
do you mean? My second high on my YouTube channel, my second highest views is India.
oh,
Okay.
Wait, how many
just 'cause
Indian
you're-
people watch
that's
this
'cause
channel
you're-
then?
That's because your videos have no words in them.
What do you
Can we
mean?
get at
I
least one
think-
Indian dude watching
I think it's probably
They don't have
time we
words.
are
Yeah,
getting. We're
words, isn't it?
slowly deteriorating into.
this? What, so we got one more
We've got
topic,
music.
don't we?
I don't think we do. We did.
Oh.
We did mine. We did Sam's. We did Caleb's. Liam, have you done a topic?
No, he hasn't.
Do you want to do a topic?
I don't really have a topic.
He doesn't have a topic.
Oh, okay.
So I
Topic
think.
can be
Unless it's
Liam.
complaining about gender, but we probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, we probably should do that.
Yeah, maybe not.
I think that's
That's
where
next
we'll
time.
close.
Should we get everyone on screen?
I think we'd better have a cameo from the sleeping man himself.
Oh yeah, good job.
Wake the boy up.
Nah, he's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll cameo in a future video. Was he ever in one of the previous podcasts? He might have been.
I doubt it.
No, he's not.
I'm a
So-
new character.
Unless it's
Everyone gets a season 2 roll on the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And we're probably going to make the season 2 color the light blue of my logo. So what if I can get access to that stuff so I can change it.
You already have access.
So it looks like that we'll be having a different host each season. Sam hosted season 1.
Yeah.
I'll host season 2.
Oh, you'll
I
be
would-
ready for season 3.
I reckon probably Caleb's going to host season 3, and it's
Yeah.
going to be like the.
That's gonna be a scuffed season.
It is. It's going to be scuffed. He's
I
gonna.
can't wait for that.
It'll be the
I'll
last
actually
He's
be
going to
hilarious.
talk about the gayest of topics.
Bro, can we have
Yeah.
Ike Run season 4?
Sorry.
Can we have Ike Run season
Hell
4?
no. And he's not even an OG. Like we probably
No.
get actually Lachlan will probably ask to run season 3.
Probably.
Anyway,
Too
sorry, we're thinking way too
I
far
did
ahead.
season
Yeah.
4.
That's not how this
Hates me,
works.
so
Shall we
he does.
sign off?
Yeah, we shall.
Yeah.
We might discuss that, Caleb, elsewhere. You two should figure that out.
Mm.
Anyway, so it's time to sign off. Goodbye. We'll have
Adios.
everyone say goodbye. Come on, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, fellas.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, my mouse isn't going to reach to the stop recording button.